Hey guys, I'm Dr. Carter. Welcome back to the channel. So something I've been meaning to make a video about is how to safely cut a dog with black nail. I've had a lot of feedback and people has been asking how to do it. Now, cutting a dog nail can be scary because sometimes you hit what is known as the quick, which is actually fleshy tissue with a blood vessel in it, and you don't really want to do that. Now, this is a young dog, only 10 months old. She has really nice black nails. Come in here and see it. And today we're going to cut that nail. Now, it's black fur and black nail makes it twice as tricky. So have a look. Let me know what you think if you have to deal with this before. And here is a few steps as to how to safely cut a dog nail with black nails. So, ideally, what I will normally do, I like to start at the dew claw when there is a dew claw. Now, I use one of these nail clippers. This is an old clipper. Unlike white nail where you'd see where the fleshy part is finished, you can't. One of the ways I suggest is that you take it bit by bit. Now, this little girlie wants to be involved in the process, but she's actually very cooperative. So you can take a little piece off and then you look to see. Then you go again. Now I already have a mark where I'm going to go to this mark. I can see it, but I'm just checking to make sure I didn't hit the flesh as yet. There is a fleshy part in the nail and there's also a bone. And you don't want to cut the bone. Sometimes, you see, this is good. Sometimes you'd want to go as short as you could with the nail, but ideally you just want something that's good enough. Now this is a relatively short dew claw, but let's go on to the others and see. For some of these you could go from the top down. It's always best to go with the flat side of the nail and not the big side of the nail like this, the long side. You do less damage. Now I could see a mark here. I'm a professional. I've done this a lot of time before. But if you're not sure, you go from the tip, you take a little piece out, maybe a few millimeters at the time. If you look in there, you can also see it's very dry tissue. We have not reached the fleshy part as yet. And then I take a little piece again. It's always better to take less than you need than to take too much. If you're a bit worried, some of these middle nail, this one here is a very long nail. So I could see below that there is a mark and I could go straight from the mark like this. Let me show you and just be all right. I do that, but I'm a professional. If you're worried about doing that, my advice would be to start at the tip, take a couple millimeters at a time and keep going further in till you're at a satisfactory length, and then you go again. Now the more often you cut the nails, the better it would be for the dog, and the dog would probably take it a lot better. You see here, this is good enough, this is adequate. Yep, so we're going to go to the other side. Now one thing, if you did it on one side, you can switch to the other side because you know the length already, but safety first is okay. She's a bit now, she's cooperated enough. Sometimes the dogs can be much less cooperating than this. But again, you go flat side, take a few millimeters at a time, and if it's adequate, you can move on. Now the middle two nails are usually the longest, so you can just go, take a little piece, take another little bit, take a third little bit. We're still not near the flesh, but this is adequate. On the other side, you can also measure. Oh, there she goes. This is a real life unscripted situation. You could also measure one side to the other and take a bigger piece on the second nail and take off a small piece. You don't always get the dogs this cooperative, but when you do, you should take advantage of it. Another thing you can do, you can put your thumb blocking the spot where you don't want to cross, so that when you put the clipper, you have a gauge as to where it is, and you take this piece out. So yeah, we've done the front nails. She's pretty good like this. In these small fluffy dogs, you can't see much of the nail. It makes it an extra element of difficulty, but she's been very cooperative. Now let's try the back nail. The back nail can be more difficult than the front nail. A lot of dogs don't like you maneuvering their back legs. But let's see how we go. Remember, if you're new to the channel, hit that like and subscribe button. Your support matters. The channel is growing really good. We're trying to bring top content out there. Also, let me know some of the vet things that you may want to see a video about so that we can get it done and put it out there for you. Leave a comment. Let me know what you want to see, what you think about this. I'm looking at the back nail here. They don't look like they need much cutting, but let me go straight into it. So with the back nails now, because they walk on the ground a lot, see this here, I wouldn't even cut this. So these were not cut, but she's eating it out on the ground really good. Now ideally a dog should, like by walking on friction on the hard ground, keep its nail at a good length. Yes, this back nail does not need to be cut. So we leave the back nail this time, but they look pretty good on their own. Ideally a dog would cut his nail down, but sometimes if a dog nail has not been cut before, it gets really long and overgrown. And in there you'd see there's a flesh that you're going to meet, and then there's a bone. The final digit of the phalanx, which is the toe, is actually a bone, and it's in the nail bed. So if you cut too low, you could actually cut through a bone, which would cause a serious bleed, and it will also be very painful. So be very careful if you're doing this at home, but you definitely could try. Yep, so before we go, remember the fundamentals. Secure the nail in your hand. Have a look for the spot where you can see definitely the flesh is growing. Make a good measure. Take small portions at a time from the out coming in, and stop when you think you've taken enough. And use one leg toe to guide the other toe. If it's a healthy dog with no pathology in the toenail, you should be able to gauge the length really good after you do the first two toes. Yeah, try it. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you've done this at home. Thanks again for tuning in. On to the next one. Yeah, you like that?